My name's Merilyn Haines. I'm President of Queenslanders for Safe Water, Air and Food. Our association is opposed to fluoridation of drinking water.
Aussie Beach TV. You watching Aussie Beach TV. You watching Aussie Beach.
In 2007, Anna Bligh announced that fluoridation was going to be forced in Queensland, on 4 million Queenslanders that is. Prior to that, the Queensland legislation allowed for communities and councils to have referendums so people could have a choice whether they wanted the water supplies fluoridated or not, and only 5% of Queensland, less than 5% of Queensland was fluoridated. There was no push to have fluoride in the water. But Anna Bligh overturned that. She removed that legislation and she brought in this draconian legislation where they could force it, they could come in and force the councils to fluoridate it if they didn't do it themselves.
Aussie Beach TV. You watching Aussie Beach TV.
There's 27 studies now that show that fluoride is linked to decreased IQ, impaired brain function, and one just a couple of weeks ago. So why are we putting water, why are we allowing the government to put in the water things that could hurt our babies' brains and decrease their IQ? It's just absolutely ridiculous.
How are they getting away with it?
I think complacency. People trust medical associations and dental associations and they don't query it. And this is what the government does. They use their endorsements. They don't actually do any health and safety studies themselves. It's always endorsements. It's this parroted thing that they say all the time, safe and effective, safe and effective, safe and effective. And unfortunately, they have the authority. People believe them.
Sounds like they're kind of tricking the whole community then.
They are. It is mass deception.
Aussie Beach TV. You watching Aussie Beach TV.
And what can we do to minimise fluoride in our diets?
For a start, you can't get rid of fluoride altogether. It's very hard to get rid of it, but you can minimise your exposure in drinking water. If you buy bottled water, spring water, most of those don't have fluoride added to them, but they could if they wanted to down the track, but fortunately now they don't. I recommend, and this is what my family does, we use reverse osmosis filters to remove fluoride, but they are expensive and you do have to change the filters, so that's an ongoing expense. We don't use fluoridated toothpaste in our family. Our family all have great teeth. And you try and buy organic foods if you can afford it, because there is the last few years there's this new food fumigant called sulfuryl fluoride, which is allowed to be sprayed on our food, so we're getting another source of fluoride in our food. So organic foods and vegetables if you can.
Aussie Beach TV. You watching Aussie Beach TV.
Really, we need to get rid of it. People need to find out for themselves about it. It's really easy. There's a lot of information out there on the internet. Just Google fluoride. And I think once people become informed, I've got a friend who's a dentist. He's the head of a state dental association. And once he actually sat down and did the research for himself, he became very anti-fluoride, and he has spoken at lots of anti-fluoridation meetings. It's the fact that they don't do the research, so I recommend people do the research, become informed about it, inform their friends and families, protect them, and get on to Campbell Newman. Ring up the Premier's office, email him, go see your local MP, do what you can to get rid of this ridiculous practice. It's, from last century.
Is it not even really that good for your teeth?
No, it's not.
So,
it doesn't decrease tooth decay, and it actually harms children's teeth as well. 4% of New South Wales children have got moderate dental fluorosis, and the studies that show moderate dental fluorosis causes psychological harm. It causes harm to their self-esteem. So it's actually harming children. It's not preventing tooth decay. There's tooth decay crisis in a certain percentage of children in every state, and it's from drinking soft drink. It's from not cleaning their teeth. It's from mothers who don't know better, putting their babies to bed with bottles of milk in the kid's mouth. You know, that milk sugar or not, that can cause terrible decay. It's not because of lack of fluoride.
Yeah.
There's no such thing as a fluoride deficiency. Well, that's what they keep on saying. There's not enough fluoride in the water. It's absolute garbage. There are no studies that have ever proved that fluoride is a nutrient. That fluoride, we need fluoride for life or good health or good teeth. It's rubbish. Fluoride, we do not need fluoride at all. You're watching me on Aussie Beach TV.